Owen, tell me something.
Playoffs clinched.
Dahm, that's true. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host, the most Truman Steam Machine, and as always, I'm joined here by the bomb.
Come on!
Owen Dahm. How you doing, Owen?
Really hungover. I drank a lot last night. Happy.
You drink just a little bit. I was there.
Yeah.
A smidge.
I didn't realize why though. I was so hungover though. It felt like I had been taking like shots or something, which I definitely did not do. I just drank beer.
You kept drinking beer. I remember you
I did just keep drinking.
I'm not gonna put you on blast too much here, but I remember you were like visibly drunk. Like I was like, damn, this man kind of like you were drunk when we were leaving the Chiefs game.
And then I kept drinking. Yeah.
Right. You took an hour off, and I was like, you might sober up a little bit.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't drink anything at my house,
which was good.
The hour off.
Took a shower, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you're still a little drunk, still a little, and then like started drinking when we got to the New Year's party. Drank for a while, but like
at the end of the party, I was feeling it for sure.
Like 2 a.m. I remember you were like lights on, nobody's home, pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And I remember you went outside and grabbed another beer. I saw you crack another beer at like 2:05, and I was like, dude, what?
Grind don't stop, baby.
I think out loud I audibly said, another one?
That's probably true.
But yeah. Welcome everybody into another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host with Truman Steam Machine Steam. We are here to talk Chiefs. Chiefs finally have locked up their playoff spots. Never a doubt.
We still have to win next week to clinch division, right?
No, division's over.
Oh, division's clinched.
That eliminated both of those teams from the playoffs. Neither of those teams can go to the playoffs anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
My heart breaks for Broncos and Raiders fans everywhere. Sorry, Broncos and Raiders fan everywhere. That's a good roast.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the Raiders have like no fans, and Broncos actually have a pretty decent fan base, but
yeah, incomplete.
Eliminated.
Nice. That's a good one. We were there. We were there. We were on the field. No, sorry. We were at the stadium.
in the field.
In the field, not on the field. At the stadium. Before we get too deep into this episode, I do want to shout out our Patreon subscribers, our patreon.com/OwenDisaster. Shout out
patrons, yeah.
Shout out Dylan, Aaron, Joe, Skylar, and of course Mailbox Kansas City, opening soon in the Iron District, by the way.
I hate that stupid bit.
I also want to shout out everybody watching on YouTube. We appreciate you guys for being here.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys liking, commenting, subscribing on the video. It's been doing well.
It has.
It's been going good. We're up to 88 subscribers. We didn't hit the 100 by the end of the year,
but we will eventually.
We will hit it.
So our new goal is 100 by the end of this year.
God, I wish we could do it. I'm also at like 999 Twitter followers.
Oh.
I was at 1,000 yesterday, but I checked this morning and I'm at 999. So I need to get to like 105, and then I'm like, because if you ever watch your follower count, it fluctuates like.
Yeah, because you get followed and unfollowed by bots every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you get followed by bots and they get banned.
Yeah, and then like I'm not sure it always tells you somebody refollows you.
No, I don't think so.
So very interesting. Doesn't matter. But so we were on the ground for it. We tailgated. We got there early.
And Truman made the best brisket I've ever had. That was so good. It like fell apart in your hand. It was awesome.
It was good. Anybody needs a recipe, hit me up. It was
amazing. You did a very good job.
I'll give you the rub recipe. People are like, oh no, like I don't know, I know you probably can't share your rub recipe. I was like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's like, why are you keeping it secret?
I was like, why would you,
That's one thing I've never heard, like grandma's secret recipe. It's like, why are you?
Right. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's my grandma's recipe. I can't give it out. But if you asked your grandma for it, no grandma's like, no, you can't have my cookie recipe. She's like, oh, you want to make, I'll show you how to make cookies. Like,
right, exactly.
Like that grandma would invite you over and like show you how to do it. So
right.
Sorry, hold on.
Clack.
Sorry, I'm changing
the
title of the
Truman, one thing that we definitely learned is that Harrison Butker is good at football. And so the Truman, I hate Harrison Butker narrative is fully dead.
It's been dead, yes. It's been dead this year. Listen. Maybe he was hurt last year.
maybe, huh?
I will say,
Congratulations to Harrison
when he-
Butker fantasy owners, by the way.
have we considered that when he sucks, we win Super Bowls? Have we considered that might be Harrison Butker's fault that we're not going to win the Super Bowls?
It's his fault.
Because he's good. He's thinking too much about him. He's not being a team player. That's why the team sucks.
If he was thinking too much about himself, he would audible out of the dumb punts that Andy Reid does instead of just having Harrison Butker boot it because he's nails from every position.
Thank God we finally got to watch Andy Reid kick a field goal from over 50 yards.
Yeah. And it went straight through. It wasn't close.
It blows my mind that you do not have Harrison Butker attempting. Like, I think he's probably attempted.
Like 1 or 2 from 60-ish.
My guess is 5 from over 50 this year.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we've really kicked that many. Which, once again, doesn't make sense. He was nails. None of them were even close to missing.
Mm-hmm.
So, we learned that MVS is terrible. He's fallen off completely off of a cliff. He's got no confidence in himself, and neither does Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, my God, dude. He did the thing with his hands. So I didn't see this because we were at the game. Subtle flex.
Right.
But I don't know if you guys are going to hear this at all, but we were at the game on Sunday.
It was fun to be there.
I guess that was Sunday, yeah. But watching afterwards, he threw that ball, and it was like on his
His right
ribs. It was like on his ribs.
It was a little bit behind, but an NFL player should be catching it.
Yeah, and after the play, MVS went when he looked at Mahomes, he flashed his hands on his side, like, hey, you threw the ball here. People were like, shut the fuck up.
That's wild.
That's insane. And I think for the other argument that I've seen is that he was just upset about himself about dude, I should have my hands here to catch the ball instead of letting it hit. But so maybe he was just beating himself up.
He probably wasn't talking shit to Mahomes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Be crazy talking shit to
Talking
Mahomes.
shit to the leader.
He also dropped that deep ball. That was a tough catch. But
I didn't see that one. I was in the bathroom.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't. Well, okay, fair enough. But I think if he would have caught that ball, I think people would have
had a different mindset.
Probably.
Well, did you see the Rashee Rice? Remember the Rashee Rice big play?
Yes.
You know that he called his own route?
That was audible. Yes. That was supposed to be a hitch route, and or a button hook, and he instead called his own audible, called his own number, took it deep. So Chiefs win.
Convincingly. I mean, it wasn't like...
I'd call that convincing.
It wasn't like it wasn't a close game, but the Chiefs always had control of it. I guess the Bengals had won the first half, but...
Yeah, it's 25-17 at the end.
Yeah.
Well, was that?
Chiefs went up
6 field goals from Harrison Butker.
Yeah, and Bengals went up 17-7, but then didn't score again.
Yeah. Again, one of those where you kind of had a feeling that the Chiefs might. I'm not going to freak out about what the defense is doing in the first half. I think at this point you have to look and say, listen, I understand it takes you guys a little bit to lock in. I don't at this point. I expect 0 points in the second half of Chiefs on Chiefs games from the defense.
Yeah, their second half adjustments are insane. Spagnuolo's really cooking up something back there.
Right. By the time it rolls around, I feel like they've got it figured out always. The offense, it also feels crazy to say. I think even with it feels crazy to say this in a game where we kicked 6 field goals.
Yeah.
I think this is the best the offense has looked in the last month, 2 months.
They just couldn't punch it in, but history has shown us that as long as you're scoring those field goals, that you should have a pretty good chance to win.
Right. I've always said
7 scoring drives, pretty good.
Yeah, I always said the Chiefs offense, for every touchdown the Chiefs offense scores, it could do 1 punt. A field goal should be counted as a neutral. So if they did a field goal or better, or if they did a field goal on every drive or alternated between touchdown and punts, the Chiefs would win.
Right.
Any game that they play in.
Yep.
Because they're going to put up 28-30. I mean, that's basically how a team puts up 30.
Yep.
And the Chiefs basically did that. They scored 1 touchdown. I think they kicked.
1 punt.
It was 1 punt?
Yep.
1 punt for their 1 touchdown. 6 field goals, but they did also turn the ball over. So
yeah.
Which I'd say if you turn the ball over, then you need to score a touchdown.
How did that turnover happen? I was once again in
strip
the
sack.
bathroom.
You were also away
Yeah,
from
I
that?
didn't see the strip sack because I was getting a beer.
Remind me to Venmo you. I got to Venmo you. You bought like all my beers at the stadium.
Whatever.
I'll Venmo you. But
yeah, it was a good game. It was fun to be there. The crowd was fun.
yeah. Of course, you can never not have a dumb turnover from the Chiefs.
Nope.
That's strip sack. Trey, shout out. Was it Trey Hendrickson? I think.
Yeah.
Leading the NFL in sacks this year.
He's having a really good year.
He's having a solid year, quietly, because what blows my mind is he doesn't wear gloves. That
is weird.
Freaks me out. As somebody who's just my fingers jam, all that kind of stuff. I broke a bone I'm pretty sure I broke a bone in my hand like my sophomore year. I wore gloves my junior and senior year. I was so much better on the line with gloves that like when I see somebody without gloves, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah. But he did it. Jamar Chase talked a lot of shit beforehand.
Got locked up.
Talk shit afterwards. See that?
That was crazy.
He was like, L'Jarius Sneed should fight me. I was like, shut up, dude.
It's wild, yeah.
He's like, yeah, I tried to fight him. He wouldn't fight me. Shut up. It's over.
It was weird.
You got clamped. Doesn't matter how we clamped you. He said, oh, well, they doubled me. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
They schemed you, brother. It's crazy that you can say they doubled you, but you didn't open up any of your other teammates. So I don't care,
Right.
Vincent.
Hello.
Resident Bengals fan.
Resident Bengals fan. And I will say, so fucking recap because I was gone last week.
Sure.
I can tell I'm becoming a true Bengals fan.
Okay.
Because I fucking hate the Steelers now. What the fuck? We are a better team than them, period. But the fact that they beat us both times actually has me pissed off.
Listen, Vincent,
Fuck the Steelers.
Vincent, there's one thing that you have to understand about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are going to be 500 or better, no matter what.
Yeah.
They are going together. Mike Tomlin has done it 17 years in a row. And every year, the Steelers look like they are going to be absolute dog shit. And you're like, all right, well, that's a 6-win team. That's a 5-win team. Nope, doesn't matter. Mike Tomlin's getting them to 9 wins at least. They had to get there. They had to beat you to get there. They had to win. They won their game this week, 9-7. They did it again.
9-7.
Just a magician, Mike Tomlin.
Fair enough. But yeah, this week, man, fucking. So I would say you guys said convincing. It wasn't until like our last fucking drive where you guys basically had 5 consecutive sacks. Because it was sack, fucking 3rd and 27. We make those because, of course, we do 27. You're welcome, Bengals fans. That's a good number for you guys now.
Yeah.
And then 3 more sacks. I was like, bro, fuck off. At that point, I was like, yeah, this fucking lights out. Number 2, you guys should have stopped at 22 because it's the Taylor Swift number. I get that 25 put it to where a field goal or a touchdown doesn't win us the game anymore. However, Taylor Swift number, did you consider? Should have stayed at 22.
As a true Swiftie, the real Taylor Swift number is 13.
Correct, but does she have a song called 13? No, she doesn't.
I would guess she does. Honestly.
She doesn't.
I don't know what the
I
hell
would
you're
bet
talking
money on
about with
that.
13. What do you mean the real Taylor Swift number is 13?
Her birthday's 12/13.
Oh.
Well, just like that's a big number for Taylor Swift, like they always talk about.
Okay,
I
whatever.
guess.
I did not know that.
Oh, fuck the mayo. But yeah, it
Would you
is.
believe that she has a song named 15? It's very interesting.
It talks about when she was 15 or something.
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Well, no, so it's on the fucking what was that? Speak Now or is that Fearless? It's on like one of her first 2 albums.
Yeah,
That's on Fearless.
it's one of her
Yeah.
country songs.
Yeah, like fucking don't. So I am also the resident Swiftie, by the way. You calling story every week is crazy. I got you everything you need right here, but that's fine.
How many times did they show her on the broadcast this week then?
Damn, you got me on that one.
0 times.
Wrong. I saw her at least twice.
Somebody said it was 0 times.
No, I saw her at least twice.
Interesting.
There's some liars out there. It's a shame.
Okay, great. It was not as much, but fucking because like literally when they showed her my aunt was like, all right. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Any people who still complain about Taylor Swift being on the games at all is super annoying.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
she
then
on
she
it,
followed
like-
up with who's that kid in the booth with her? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. But what else?
So it is a little disappointing that you guys scored 110 more yards than us on 20 less plays. That is tough. We were twice as efficient on 3rd downs. We were 50%. You guys were 25%. So
Yeah, we could not get it
Oh,
on
a third down
and
is
the
terrible
Bengals
for
could
us.
get it done. We kept on giving up. Well, there's at least 2 third down penalties, and then just a lot of runs for like 1 yard past. Also, I think from the stadium view, I still can't believe on the. I know you didn't. Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did actually.
So the first.
That's why I'm extra prepared this week.
Okay, so the first drive of the game, whenever.
That's also why I know she was on the broadcast twice. What do you mean?
I guess that's right. So the first drive of the game, when Jake Browning ran for that first down, I don't even remember. Like literally, like the third play of the game.
Yeah.
He ran for that first down. I do not think he got there.
Oh no,
To
absolutely.
this moment, it looked like our dude stood on the 25 and lit him up, or I stood on the 35, which is where he needed to get to, and lit him up, and they somehow just like got that first down. And I was like,
is that the one they did the review on?
no, they didn't review it.
Oh, okay.
They reviewed Mahomes' first
Oh,
down.
that's what it was. Yeah. You did, it was so funny. Fucking, I was sitting there, I was watching it, and I was like, why the fuck are we challenging? This is dumb as hell. And then we got it. I was like, you know what? Zach Taylor's my man. Trusted every decision that man's ever made.
We looked at it. And I was like, I don't see how they possibly have the evidence to overturn this. Like,
That same.
because it's just so made up. All that shit's made up. Like
Right.
the rules on the sideline are all made up.
Yeah.
Where it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's where the ball crosses out of bounds. I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's so hard
It's
to
like,
enforce.
I'm not sure it's ever been.
Unless you have like literal top-down camera, it's impossible.
Right.
To fucking,
It's
yeah.
a literal judgment call. Top down. Like there's no way to ever see it.
Yeah.
And so they reviewed it and they were like, gave it. And I was like, how did you get that?
Yeah.
Uh,
I got nothing on that one.
and then like, but it's funny if you're down at the end zone and you touch the pylon from the outside, that's still a touchdown.
Yeah, it's one of the weird.
Technically, the ball should be dead if you're outside the pylon.
Yeah.
Right.
But that counts, which is so they're like, well, the goal line on the pylon technically goes all the way around the world. And I'm like,
Of course.
I was like, what?
What?
So I just,
If it goes all the way around the world, you got some bullshit. It's like, yeah, fucking, we got that shit if we're in Chicago.
I need,
Because the line would have lined up.
I think it's simple. I think you change the rules and you just let, and I think this would help the dumb sideline penalties too, is that if you just call the ball live until somebody actually steps down, then it's okay.
Yeah, but I think what they want to do though is eliminate people sprinting at the out of bounds and then diving really far with their legs up in the air behind them to get like 4 extra yards while out of bounds.
Oh well. I think that's the only way you can simplify this in a way that we could actually review it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that, but
Couple more things of note. I like that the fucking broadcast was hyping up Jake Browning like he was anything. Because at the end of the first half, we had like 20 seconds or whatever, and they were like hyping it up. I was like, oh, you know, the Bengals could like really do something here. I was like, bro, DNA test came back. Jake Browning, not Himalayan. All right, no. Fucking, I never in a million years would have bet like, yeah, no, we can fucking score this. So like, I appreciate the broadcasters trying to hype him up, but I was like, what are we doing here?
the end of the half sequence was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The Chiefs calling time. There's 25 seconds left, and the Chiefs are calling timeouts. Like we're gonna get the ball back. I was like, listen, even when we were scoring field goals in 13 seconds or 12 seconds, it's because we had 2 timeouts. Also,
Right.
they were gonna use all 3 timeouts to get the ball back with 10 seconds, essentially. And we're just watching this. We're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
And then they got
weird.
the first down, and then the Bengals call the timeout. And it's like, that's what you fucking get, dude.
I was like, it was unfortunate that in the first half, Jake Browning was our leading rusher. That was tough. But yeah, but my main takeaway is that the Chiefs are so fucking carried by your dog shit division, it hurts.
Right now, we are.
If you guys,
This is the only year we've been carried by the dog shit division, I will say. This is the only year that I think the Chiefs actually don't deserve to make the playoffs, but they will because they won a bad division.
because fucking, if the Browns or not the Browns, if the Bengals had won, we have a tied record, right? We both would be 9-7.
Right, sure.
We're still tied last in our division.
Yeah. The AFC North is pretty hard this year.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm fucking
the
pissed.
Browns are...
But even with you guys winning,
such
if you
an
guys are
odd
in our
team.
division, congrats, you're third. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm annoyed.
Yeah. Well, some people would call it means that maybe the AFC North is just a pansy division. Maybe they're all just getting their dubs from each other. That just doesn't make sense, actually.
Yeah, I was like, speak to
The
that.
fact that they're all high means that
Yeah, if
they
the-
got all those wins outside the division. So
Yeah, I was like, if fucking the Bengals win next week, everyone in our division ends with a winning record.
yeah. Although to be fair, you did say, well, if the Bengals win and the Chiefs lost, they would be tied.
Well,
And
if
then-
we
and then
were
you would-
tied and you were in our division, you're last. Even with your win, you're still third.
Right, I know, but
So I was like, shut the fuck up.
I was like,
I
now
covered
we're,
both bases.
Now we're 2 wins ahead of you, and it's like, all right, well, you're last, so
But yeah. So if we win next week and we end the season 9-8 with a winning record, we're still last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or tied last at worst.
Yeah, the AFC North is finally a good division this year. Normally the Steelers and normally the Browns.
Yeah,
are
normally the
terrible.
Browns are not very good. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So it's
And the
frustrating
Chiefs- the
that we
Chiefs
could have a
normally
winning
have-
record we have the potential to have a winning record and aren't going to make the playoffs. Whereas there's fuck AFC South aren't they threatening to send a team with a losing record or
No, they can't. I don't. Oh, the AFC. Oh, the NFC South.
is that what I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah.
The NFC South
It's
could.
terrible and has been terrible for a
Yeah.
while.
You said threatening, and I was like, you can't threaten. But I was like, oh. the
Yeah, I
way
think
you
just no
said
team
it.
is going to have a winning record.
Are they going to? Are they going to do that? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they will.
it's like, bro, fuck off. I hate divisions. This is all.
So
fucking
obviously that means that
bullshit.
they're probably going to win.
That's why I'm fucking money lining that team right now to the Super Bowl.
I don't know about the Super Bowl, but their first game for sure.
Oh yeah, those teams always win their first playoff game for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's always so dumb. AFC South has locked in that there will be somebody with a winning record. There are 3 teams tied at 9-7 in the AFC South, which is crazy.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's wild.
NFC South, the Bucks and the Saints are both 8-8. That's crazy.
Yeah, so if they both lose, then one of them's going to the playoffs with a losing record.
Yes, yeah. If they both lose because they played this week, so they're not playing each other this week.
Who won this week?
No, this next week.
So yeah, Saints won this week.
Saints won this week.
Yeah, beat the
Bucks
shit
could
out
have
of
locked
the
in the
Bucks, yeah.
playoffs.
Did that uncash our parlay?
I'm pretty sure that had to have ruined our parlay. Oh god.
Why'd you bet on Tampa over New Orleans?
What?
Because Tampa was really hot. New Orleans
Oh,
was
was it?
sliding.
I don't know. In my mind, Tampa's just a prolifically dog shit team now that they don't have Brady. So I'm like, why would you ever? I'm like,
That is fair. But no.
all right, yeah. I think that's all the points I wanted to hit.
I would say, yeah, Pacheco ran all over that defense.
Yeah, Pacheco did good.
She Rice went for 130.
Fucking God, what's the Menahue? Fucking announcers could not keep that man's name out of their mouth. Dude
Yeah.
had a huge game.
Yeah, Omenahue's really been turning it on here lately. Chris Jones looked good. George Karlaftis had a big game against Orlando Brown, which was big. Orlando Brown Jr., former Chiefs tackle. I'm trying to
The
think. what else.
Broncos and the Bucks ruined it. That's annoying.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
the Broncos won.
Yeah.
Yes, they
That's why they ruined
You
it.
picked the Chargers over the Broncos?
yes.
I would also pick the Chargers over the Broncos. What do you mean?
Why would
yeah.
I let
Why are
you
we
do
saying that
that?
like it's a surprise?
Easton Stick, baby.
Oh, I guess because Jared Stidham was starting. That's right.
But yeah, no, fucking, all right, sorry, fucking, to bring it back, fucking, y'all's fucking division, right? We have the Raiders, dog shit. We have the Broncos, dog shit. We have the Chargers, who every year everyone's like, oh, I don't know, the Chargers looking pretty good this year. And they always turn out to be dog shit.
Yes, that is a talking point on the show is that the Chargers are always going to get preseason hype and always disappoint.
This is one of the first years in a long time, though, that the AFC West hasn't sent 2 teams to the playoffs.
Is it?
Yeah. The Chargers generally go.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. They usually get knocked out in the first round.
Yes. Yes. Well, because they always have to play on the road. For the last 8 years, any team from the AFC West that wasn't the Chiefs has to play on the road when they go to the playoffs.
It is nice that the AFC Championship is not the Arrowhead Invitational this year.
Uh,
That'll be fun.
They still
never
could
say
be.
never. Sometimes the Chiefs have hosted that game without being the 1 seed before.
Oh, that's fair.
They could work a little voodoo magic.
Are they shaped up to be the 3 seed or the 4 seed right now?
The Chiefs are the 3 seed. They are locked in. They are basically going to play whoever loses.
The highest remaining seed of the wild card.
They're going to play. No, they're basically going to play whoever loses the Buffalo Miami matchup.
Yeah.
Or I guess that's not true. So I guess if Buffalo loses, then all bets are off on who we play. But my guess is that Buffalo is going to win. Miami loses. We play Miami in the first round.
Cool.
I think that's fine.
That's an easy dubski.
Bradley Chubb just got hurt also. Bradley Chubb done for the season after playing in garbage time.
Not the
That's too bad.
Chubster.
Yeah, the old chubby boy.
A little chubby.
And Raheem Mostert's still injured for the Dolphins, so.
Yeah, and Waddle's hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyreek's been hobbled.
Do we care about Super Bowl predictions at this point?
Yeah, we're going to talk Super Bowl predictions. What do you want?
So I think that the Super Bowl is going to be the Ravens and the Ninos, and the Ravens are going to win.
I mean, that's what people have been talking about for.
Is that a cold take?
No.
No, it's
Okay.
because of the color of for the last 3 years, the colors that they use in the Super Bowl graphic have ended up being, because they always do like a two-tone graphic.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years, the colors in the graphic have announced at the beginning of the season have ended up being the Super Bowl teams.
That's funny.
And this year's colors are purple and red.
Oh, damn. Okay. Because I know, at least what little I hear online, people have been calling for fucking Cowboys, Ravens. And one fucking, the Cowboys are the biggest fraud team I've ever seen in my life every year.
The Ravens are absolutely, without a doubt, not frauds.
Correct.
Yeah, probably not.
They are for sure legitimate in the AFC. They've beat everybody that they've put in front of them.
Yeah.
Lately. They have lost games.
I saw, what did the fucking final score end up being, like 53?
56.
56 against the Dolphins.
I
And
think.
who'd
Yeah,
they beat?
fucking, my friend Sumo,
score
he
got me
tweeted out,
this
he was like, when the fuck
They
did
beat the
Lamar
Dolphins?
Jackson learn how to throw a football?
What?
They beat the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they put it 56 on
Beat
the
the
Dolphins.
hell out of the Dolphins.
damn.
Yeah. My friend Sumo, he was like, when the fuck did Lamar Jackson learn how to throw a football?
Oh, wait, and they were down 14-7 at one point, too.
10-7. They were down 10-7, I think. Or 13-7, I think. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh, well, they're going to be the team to beat in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But the Ravens have been the team to beat before, and they've fallen apart before.
As the one seed.
Specifically when Lamar has won the MVP before.
And as the one seed before.
Yes.
That's fair.
Sure would be a shame if they lost. Sure would be a shame.
But this is probably the best wide receiving core Lamar's had lately.
True, but Mark Andrews still hurt.
Still, yeah, but I think this is their best shot. I think that's a fine Super Bowl prediction. It's a little, I would call it cold just because it's like, those are, it's like,
I didn't
yeah,
know
you
about
picked the
color.
best
For what it's
AFC
worth, I
team.
didn't know the colors thing.
No, yeah, but no, it's not cold because of the colors. It's just cold because you pick, the 2-1 seeds probably.
Oh, did I actually?
They both locked in the one.
I don't
seed
think the
first.
Niners are going to make it, though.
Who are they going to lose to?
Anybody? They have Brock Purdy as their quarterback.
I was like, they could lose to the. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Eagles loss.
He's not. If you get
The
ahead.
Eagles just lost to the Cardinals.
If
I
you-
think the Eagles are.
Oh, the Eagles are cooked. If you get
the
ahead.
Chiefs lost to the Raiders, and we don't think they're cooked, so I don't know.
Everybody's lost to everybody this year, so.
True.
The
But if you
Steelers
get
didn't
a-
lose to the Bengals this year, so
If you get ahead of the Niners, I don't think a Shanahan team can come from behind.
No, they're bad at I don't think they've ever won with Brock Purdy when they've been behind ever, or been behind in the fourth quarter maybe or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they flashed that stat. All right. What's next?
yeah, y'all have fun. That extra long Bengals bite, but
Appreciate
There you go.
crazy
Appreciate
happens when I watch a game.
The only
Crazy.
other thing I will add about that is it's sad that actually no, we can talk about this in the prediction section.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it moving and grooving and schmooving and all this stuff. You know how it goes. Owen, I want to ask you: did Truman's Brisket save the Chiefs season?
Absolutely.
Also, yeah, fuck you, Vincent. I know Vincent wants to add this. Hold on. Hold on. I know Vincent was upset about this. Hold on.
Yeah, we're fucking back. So Truman tweeted out his brisket. He was like, got to undo the juju. I was like, one, why you got to do this to me, a Bengals fan? Two, why you got to do this to me, a vegetarian? It's like the extra disrespect.
I cooked a brisket just to ruin Vincent's year.
And it worked, and I'm pissed about it.
It was really, really good.
Yeah. I this is a dumb segment for the show. I did tweet it out where I was like, I'm doing a brisket to save the Chiefs season. And I'll tell you what,
It was so
if
good.
there's ever been a piece of meat that's going to save that season, it was that brisket.
It was
that
so
brisket
good,
was
man.
fucking off the wall.
Fall apart in your hands.
I mean, people who know me personally, I do not brag about my barbecue very, very often.
No, not really.
I'm very much like, yeah, this one's fine. This one sucks. This one's it. But it's one of those things where it's because I've had really good ones where I'm like, I'm chasing that one because I'm always wanting to do that smoke because that smoke was insane. I'm always trying to get back to that level.
Mm-hmm.
This brisket will be the brisket that I will always be chasing
Yeah, true.
until the next brisket, I guess.
Oh, hey, Truman, speaking of the season, can you go to the Chiefs on that ESPN page
okay.
and let's look at our point differential?
Sorry, we have ESPN up right now.
Yeah, you were looking at it.
Oh. Chiefs point differential. What's your guess?
I think I saw it,
Okay.
but plus 76, I think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
My blind guess. We've won more games than we've lost. We beat the Bears by 30. We haven't lost any games big besides the Broncos game's our biggest loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet we're like plus 80.
Give it a look. And compare us to some other top teams.
Chiefs point differential. Jesus Christ. The Ravens point differential is plus 210.
That's wild.
76.
Yep. Cool.
So, sorted by differential. Hold on. We can do it for the conference. Similar teams. Ravens are the top of the division at plus 210. Top of the conference at plus 210. Bills are 133. Dolphins are plus 112. Then the Chiefs at 76. Browns at 51.
Are those all the teams that are going to make the playoffs, by the way?
That is a fairly good indicator of playoff teams. So, Ravens, Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs. That's, of course, Ravens, Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Browns, then Texans, then Jags. And I think that's really your playoff picture as it stands today.
Well, Buffalo could still miss.
Those are all the positive teams. Yeah, that's the thing is some of those teams can just miss, but
Buffalo's had a really weird season.
Buffalo's had a super weird season. They've had a couple games that they won humongous on teams, and then they've lost a couple games to bad teams by close scores.
Yeah. Yeah, so all that to say, Truman, I think your Brisket did save the season.
Yeah, they beat the Raiders by 28, the Commanders by 34. Jesus Christ. The Dolphins by 28.
Well, they lost to the
Patriots. They blew out the Jets by 26. They blew out the Cowboys by 21. Yeah, so they've had some big blowouts.
Cool.
Chiefs have not had a ton of blowouts this year.
Nope.
You did think my Brisket saved the season.
Yes,
I appreciate that about you.
Of course.
Thank you for that. But yeah, no, it was fucking awesome. And I don't say that about a lot of things, about a lot of my barbecue, but that one was awesome. Here's an interesting question I had. I had this on Twitter. I tweeted out and I said, I think the Chiefs. It's weird because during the Alex Smith era, when the Chiefs were going to the playoffs, you're like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but if everything goes right, I think they could win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And for this Chiefs team, you're like, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but if nothing goes wrong for this team, they could win the Super Bowl, you know?
Yeah.
And so our friend Aaron has had this dumbass take. He's blaming Mahomes for throwing the ball too hard. He's basically citing Mahomes' lack of touch is the reason that we are not good this year. And he said this team with Alex Smith would be 13-3.
No.
And here's what I arrived at as I was thinking about this question, getting ready for the show. Hold on, sorry. I'm looking for my phone. There it is. Sorry. I want to read the tweet exactly. Give me a second. So that was the tweet exactly from me. Aaron said, and this team is probably 13-3 with Alex Smith. And I said, no, they are not. He said, this offense isn't built to play at an elite gunslinging level. Play conservatively, don't turn the ball over, and win each game 17-14 because no one would expect Smith to make elite plays.
I get the sentiment, but replacing Patrick Mahomes is not the answer. He's had so many scramble plays that he's opened up the field with this season. And there are plenty of throws that he has made consistently that Alex Smith wouldn't be able to make. And that's not a slight on Alex Smith. It's more of a bonus to Patrick Mahomes.
And the receivers aren't simply dropping his gunslinger plays. They're dropping simple routes.
Right.
Right? Like he threw that one to MVS that he dropped that was like on his hip, like we talked about.
Yeah, like
it's like that's not a gunslinging play. That's just a normal play. You just drop that.
Yeah, like an NFL wide receiver should be catching that.
Right. And so it's
MVS is probably going to get himself cut, and we're going to eat the money.
Oh, no, there's like no money to eat. This was basically like you have an opt-out after this year.
Oh.
But here's my conclusion after is what I came to basically thinking about this. I'm not sure it's totally wrong that Alex Smith led team, if Alex Smith was leading like this team right now, that they would be 13-3. I don't think that's entirely wrong. But my flip side of that is that I don't think it would matter, right?
No, yeah.
I don't think it would matter that they're 13-3. I think you would still expect this team to lose in the playoffs. I think it's silly to look at those Chiefs teams in 2016, 2017 and go, "Oh, Well, those teams were better than this team. They had a better record. They played worse teams better. But I don't think that those teams, I don't even have to not think. Those teams didn't have enough juice to win the Super Bowl. And I don't think that this team with Alex Smith would have enough juice to win the Super Bowl.
No,
this team with Patrick Mahomes has enough juice. Patrick Mahomes can make the plays that win Super Bowls. Alex Smith never could. That's why we moved on from Alex Smith.
Right.
That's why because 13-3 looks great. But it doesn't win you Super Bowls. Winning playoff games wins you Super Bowls.
Yeah, the thing of all the Super Bowl winners the last couple of years, they've all been special at something. Even that horrible Rams Patriots Super Bowl, the Patriots had an amazing defense.
Yeah.
This team's defense isn't good enough for it to be led by Alex Smith and win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like this defense is really good, but it's not on that Patriots team level.
You have to have certain kind of quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. Alex Smith was not that certain kind of quarterback. He could not create. He didn't really elevate players. But Mahomes does that. Mahomes can do that. And that's the difference. So would this team be better with Alex Smith? Record-wise, probably, honestly. I would say if we were playing the conservative, literal West Coast offense that Alex Smith always played, yeah, probably. With these trash wide receivers, absolutely.
We don't have a 7-yard slant guy.
Yeah. But would this team be able to win a Super Bowl with Alex Smith? No.
No, I don't
Could
think
this team right now with Patrick Mahomes win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, they still are always a threat.
I don't think this team would be better with Alex Smith though.
No.
Truman. Alex Smith had wide receivers always.
Right.
Like at least a couple.
Yeah.
He would not succeed with these wide receivers. If Alex Smith was on this team, it would be glaringly obvious how bad the wide receiver room is.
Right.
But Patrick Mahomes is making the wide receivers look decent.
Yeah, it was just I heard it and I was like, it's interesting that you say that. And I'm not sure I totally disagree that they'd be 13-3. And I dismissed it out of hand, but I don't think it matters, right? I don't think it would matter. And it was always the thing with the Brady teams, is he said, oh, well, the Patriots are the 3 seed. And he goes, doesn't matter. They're in the playoffs. You should be worried. It's the same with LeBron. Though LeBron is a great example of And this year, you're going to get to see is Patrick Mahomes. I think we said this a couple of years ago, actually. We're like, is Patrick Mahomes LeBron? Or is Patrick Mahomes just good,
Just dirt.
Because LeBron, you were like, oh, LeBron's the 8 seed. You're like, doesn't matter. He's in the playoffs. And then they'd sweep the 1 seed. And you're like, well, shit. Now the Lakers are going. Or now the Cavs are going. And, when LeBron was making the Super Bowl or the finals every year, you're like, oh, he's in the playoffs? Oh, well, he's probably going. Those right. LeBron teams were, sure, a couple were 1 seeds, but a couple were 3 seeds, a couple were 4 seeds. I think there was a 6 seed in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where that's the hope, right?
Right.
Is that when it comes playoff time, it's going to be interesting to see what this Chiefs team becomes and what this Chiefs team is, and if Patrick Mahomes can simply just win from whatever seed.
Right.
So.
All right, what's next?
Chiefs versus not Chiefs or Bengals. Chiefs versus Chargers.
Chargers preview.
Let me make sure I change this.
Patrick Mahomes.
This is literally. I don't want to say much about this because the real question. So,
is who's going to play and how long?
Right.
Because the Chiefs have three players that are nearing 1,000 yards, and I think they definitely want to do a legacy kind of option for Travis.
Yes, for all of you who are betting on anything except for maybe player yards totals on this game, you should call 1-800-GAMBLER. There's no.
Yeah, I would not bet.
There's no line you could convince me. There's no total.
I think we're going to see a lot of. I think Patrick Mahomes might not even start. I think Blaine Gabbert starts.
Yeah, I don't think Mahomes plays. The question is,
how much is the other guy's going to play?
Yeah, and I posted this meme on. I made a meme and posted on Twitter, where it's the guy looking at the 2 buttons. Where he's like sweating about what button to pick. And the 2 buttons for me were Rashee Rice goes for 1,000 yards, Travis Kelce goes for 1,000 yards, and Pacheco gets 1,000 yards. Because Pacheco's at like 940, Rashee Rice is at like 940, and Travis Kelce is at like 987.
980. He is at 987, yeah.
Or maybe 984.
No, yeah, he needs either 16 or 17 yards.
Yeah, right, something like that.
I think the only one that really matters is is the Kelsey one.
Yeah, Kelsey's really the only one that matters.
Because I think they want to be the
just
legacy.
pay out Rashee Rice and Isaiah Pacheco. But I want to be right. I said Rashee Rice could go for 1,000 yards, and I believed it.
At the same time, though,
I
they're going to
want
have the
Rashee Rice to go out
playoff.
there.
They're going to have the playoff to get those numbers.
Yeah, they would have to play a half, and I don't think that's worth it, although those guys are younger. I think you put Travis Kelce out there for a drive to go get his shot
Yeah,
at
you
it,
literally force feed him the 2 passes or whatever, and then you get him off the field.
and then he's done. You don't see Mahomes.
No.
I think you don't see...
You probably won't see Donovan Smith.
You won't see Donovan Smith for sure. He's been hurt for the last 2 weeks. He hasn't even practiced.
I didn't realize that.
He tried to go like the first practice of 2 weeks ago, and practiced, and then didn't practice the next 2 days.
So I bet you don't see Nick Bolton either.
I bet you don't see Nick Bolton.
I bet you don't see Snead.
I bet you don't see Snead or McDuffie.
No.
Because you can go
They'll
Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, Shamari Connors, Echo Boydo, and I think that's enough of a secondary. You probably don't see Mike Edwards, and you probably don't see Justin Reed.
Probably not.
You might see a couple practice squad elevations for this game.
Yeah, you'll probably see Jack Cochran and some other guys.
Yeah. On the D line? Oh, dude. Dude, you know who's playing.
Who? Oh, FAU is going to be playing a lot.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, I need Felix and Udike Uzoma to have 2 sacks, please. Please. Just so everybody shuts up.
That would be fun.
That would be super fun. I bet Karlaftis plays. I bet Omenihu and Chris Jones do not play.
Yeah.
Although Chris Jones could play because he has contract stipulations. That's like, because there's a couple guys that have bonuses. And on the bright side, NFL teams can now, I believe, just pick to pay the bonuses. Like, I imagine if Rashee Rice and Isaiah Pacheco, I bet they both have some amount of bonuses for hitting 1,000 yards. If you don't see those guys play, I would hope the Chiefs would just pay those guys out.
Yeah. And the Chiefs and Andy Reid is really good about helping players get stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
And in years past, it's like, what does it matter if the head coach is going to go out there and play those guys until they get those stats anyways? Doesn't matter for us just not to play. We should just pay them that.
Yeah, I think Travis Kelce, like I said, gets 2 catches for 15 yards and then.
So, I don't know if
Siberia
I'll probably watch this game.
I'll watch it, of course.
But I don't know if it's a slam dunk that I'm going to watch this game. Like, I don't know if I'll watch every single play of this game.
I'll still go to the bar and watch. I'll be looking for it's kind of like a preseason game because we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of young players.
Right. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, I'll probably go watch it just because I want to see who's going to play.
And
the
playoff picture is going to be live updated on TV the whole time.
Yeah, this game does not. I wonder when the game is. Have they released times yet?
No, it's probably the noon. I would assume it's the noon game.
I would also assume it's in. Well, is it in LA? LA. They have release times. 3:25. It's in LA.
Prime time?
Yep.
Interesting.
Ooh, Saturday night game is Ravens Steelers.
Oh, they get an extra day
and Colts
of rest.
Texans, which is so the wild card will be decided. Oh, Sunday night football has to be.
Why do the Ravens get an extra day of rest? Oh, I guess they get one less.
Who's Sunday night football, Owen?
Oh, is it bad?
No.
Is it Bills, whoever?
Yes. Bills Dolphins.
Bills Dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it had to be somebody who's playing each other for the division.
But yeah, but the Miami's clinched. But if Buffalo loses, they're out of the playoffs.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because the Dolphins are still a win ahead of the
because
Bills
the
right
Browns
now.
are beating the shit out of everyone for some reason.
The Browns are clinched.
Yeah, which is crazy.
The Browns are 11-5.
That's crazy. And they have tiebreakers, I guess, because they've clinched.
Yeah, well, because the next closest playoff team is the Bills. But if the Bills win, it means they beat the Dolphins, which means that they're down to 11-5. Wait. I think the Browns might have already beat the Dolphins. I'm trying to hold on.
Did the Browns beat the Bills earlier in the year?
I'm trying to make sure there's no way that we play the Browns in the first round.
That would suck. I would not want to do
that. That would not be fun. And I don't think the Browns are going to win the Super Bowl, but I think they are a little scary, you know?
Their defense is really, really good, and their offense is getting hot with Joe Flacco, which is something I never thought I would say.
Okay, yeah, the Bills would just go to the 6th seed. Or wait, sorry. What if the Browns lose? No. Yeah, the Browns are locked into the 5 seed. So the Browns are going to play whoever wins the AFC South.
Okay, cool.
Which also crazy fun, super fun. that we have to figure out who's going to do that.
I don't want to play the Texans either.
It's weird that the Jags aren't playing on this at the same time as the Texans and the Colts.
I don't know.
All three of those teams are tied for the division. Unless it's like...
Dude, we're in for a really boring NFC side of the playoffs.
What do you mean?
Lions going to lose immediately.
The Rams?
Yes.
I don't
Then
know.
the Rams will lose, and the Bucks are going to lose immediately. Green Bay is going to lose immediately, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Philly has to go to Tampa. Philly's the 5 seed.
Oh, they're the 5 seed.
They're
Jeez.
out. They're out of first place in their division right now.
Lamau.
I say, are they playing each other? No, they don't play. They've already played each other. So if Dallas, what happens if Dallas loses? Well, that makes sense. But if they both lose, still the Cowboys. So yeah, the Cowboys are winning in. They won the division if they win.
What if they lose?
That's an all-time bag fumble by the Eagles, by the way.
What if they lose?
If they lose and the Eagles win, then the Eagles get it because they have the same record right now.
Oh, interesting.
But the Cowboys now have the tiebreaker over them.
But the Eagles are going to lose to Baker. So what happens if Tampa Bay loses? Are they out? Oh, no, it's just tiebreakers.
Tampa Bay loses. It depends on if the Saints win or not. And the Saints are playing the Falcons.
What happens if they both lose?
Wait, who's Tampa playing? Tampa's playing the Panthers, dude.
Well, yeah, but what happens
If they both lose, the Saints are in. No, wait. If they both lose, the Falcons are in.
Hey, NFC South, exciting division, man.
No, NFC. Yeah, NFC South excited. Yeah. I don't
That's
know, man.
fun.
That's crazy. That's super fun.
fun.
I don't know. Let's score predictions for this game.
17-14 Chiefs.
I have no idea. Well, my only hope is that for whatever reason that the defense doesn't give up 30 points because this Chiefs defense still is not giving up 30 points this year, which is insane.
Which would be really annoying to give it up on the throwaway game.
Right, on the game where your starters aren't playing and they're maybe playing their starters.
We've seen Justin Watson, Joshua Williams come in and play well. We've seen Jack Cochran come in and play well. I wouldn't be shocked if the defense was still good with all replacement.
No,
players.
I imagine the defense is still good. Really, the only question is what's going to happen on the D-line. Because the D-line could be where we get the most rest. Mm-hmm. They waived Matt Dickerson.
Interesting.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
That is kind of surprising.
But, yeah, so I imagine you get a heavy dose of FAU.
Wait. Does that mean you think we're going to sign we're going to sign fucking Frank Clark, dude?
No. It was a while back. Frank Clark's on the Seahawks. I think. Unless he's been dropped. Would be fun if they kind of waived him and just bring back Frank Clark. Why not? You can say a lot about Frank Clark, but you can't deny that he's fucking goated in the playoffs.
He is goated in the playoffs.
Oh, no, he is a free agent. He got re-released by the Seahawks today.
Yeah, that's why we released Matt Dickerson.
No.
Yes,
no, they
they're
wouldn't.
doing
They
it.
would not sign Frank Clark right now.
I will bet you a $5 right now that we are going to sign him.
I'd take that bet. I'll take that bet.
Bear shake.
I will take that bet that we're not signing Frank Clark.
Chris Jones literally tweeted, "Bring back my boy Frank. I need him for the playoffs."
No, tell me he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
He tweeted that?
Yes.
Just now?
No.
Today?
Or yesterday.
No, he didn't tweet that.
Yes, he did.
No way.
Yes, he did.
Hold on.
He's looking at Twitter right now.
Sorry.
The disbelief on his face when Truman just immediately has to pay me $5 is wild.
Well, doesn't mean they're going to. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Stone Cold Jones. There he is. Oh my God! 23 hours ago, he just tweeted and said, "Bring Frank Clark back. I need my brother for this playoff run." Oh,
He's back.
God, dude, no, please, no.
He's
dude.
back.
Can't believe I already shook on this. I don't think he comes back. I don't.
Poor Matt Dickerson getting waived right before the playoffs sucks. That really sucks.
He'll be all right. Okay. So, not a ton of overreactions this week, I will say. This is my fault. I put it out at like 3:00 today, which is just simply people aren't on Twitter on New Year's Day. I've just checked my social media use time. I limit myself to 2 hours of social media every day.
Ooh, wow, that's good.
Because I just noticed, I'm like, dude, I'm looking at this too much at work and my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I turn on the screen time warning
which everybody knows is almost kind of a joke because a lot of people just like hit ignore and then but it at least gives you a time of you're like, oh my God, I've already used it 2 hours today. That's crazy. But, but just a ton of people didn't respond. But we got takes. So we'll run through them quickly. Your boy Adam.
Yep.
We will lean on Pacheco through the playoffs just like we did against the Bengals, or we aren't serious about winning.
Yep. Not an overreaction.
Not an overreaction, but they won't lean on him, which is going to be incredibly frustrating.
They won't.
Pacheco looked awesome against the Bengals, and they won't lean on him.
Yeah.
Snead, first team All-Pro.
Not an overreaction.
It's not an overreaction.
I don't think he's going to get it, but
no.
he deserves it.
He should be a Pro Bowler. I think he'll. I mean, the thing is he strapped up every single one that he played this year.
Yep. Every single one.
Didn't miss a game.
Didn't miss a game.
Didn't practice all week this week, by the way. Played strapped up Jamar Chase. Should be an All-Pro. But he also has the most penalties of any cornerback. But he's also just a physical guy.
Yeah. It's not like his penalties are like all PI.
No, there's a couple hands to the face. There's a couple unnecessary roughness. It's just like so that'll be frustrating. I don't think you see him get it, but I think he deserves it.
He'll be a Pro Bowler though.
Yeah, well, what does that matter? So was Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah, fair enough.
We need Chris Jones back for the locker room. Elite play being an upside.
I don't think that's an overreaction either. I don't think they will re-sign him because I think he's just going to be too expensive. But he has had a little bit of a dip in performance, although
he's got a great mentality for
he's
this
still
team.
been good.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, we do need like the just angry dog.
Yeah,
you know?
I'd love if he comes back, but because he's perfect comment after the game. Jamar Chase, try again. That was funny. That's a funny comment, and exactly like shows that there's a chip on the shoulder for the defense. Defense looked awesome. They came flying around.
Shout out to Jamar Chase for doing that bulletin board material for us. Really appreciate that.
But it sucks. On the flip side, we just talked about Frank Clark, who's essentially a locker room guy for the playoffs. If you bring back Frank Clark, that's essentially just a locker room guy.
Well, he'll do the Terrell Suggs thing if he comes back for the playoffs. He'll get a sack, and then he'll be like, okay, it was worth.
Yeah, but Chris Jones, if you're saying that we need to bring him back for a locker room guy, that is an expensive locker room guy. You do not pay somebody $30 million to be a locker room guy, but he is elite play. I don't know, man.
Although is the salary cap going up again at the end of this year?
Yeah, it goes up every year. Chiefs are actually in pretty good cap situation right now.
Yeah, Brett Veach's been doing well.
But you got to sign a big wide receiver.
And we're cleared up cap space. We're not paying MVS.
You know, the Chiefs aren't going to win the Super Bowl. And I am worried that they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
You want us to lose on wildcard weekend. It doesn't matter, man.
The strongest, I know it's a crapshoot. I know if you're holding a pick between 20 and 32, those are all basically, like, that's like a 50-50 shot on whether they're anybody, you know? Yeah, okay. You know what? I want to win the Super Bowl again. Never mind.
That kind of talk was when we were 3-1. You want us to lose all the rest of the games. That's what.
Yeah, that's the time.
Yeah.
Rishi should have had 1,200 yards this season. Snap count, he said.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
if he would have been the starter the whole season, he would have had 12.
He had the skills, but he had the unfortunate outcome of being a wide receiver in an Andy Reid rookie wide receiver in an Andy Reid offense. Next year, 1,200 yards for sure.
He's gonna be a monster next year.
He's a very good number 2. He absolutely would pair well with a great number 1. I'm not sure he's a number 1 receiver type that you go out there and you throw fade routes to and wins on the outside. But I think he's a great number 2 that runs a great route and gets open, runs the screen and takes it 15 yards.
Yeah.
Well, he's not an X, but I think he is a Y.
He's calling his own routes now, which is good.
Yeah, that's huge. And Home Run Chase sent us a couple. Damn, he sent us a bunch. Shout out Home Run Chase, by the way. He said he had some smoked turkey for dinner. Hell yeah, dude.
Smoked turkey's good.
Dude, if they know what they're doing.
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay. Rams are the scariest wildcard team from both conferences. That is an overreaction. The Browns are the scariest playoff team from both conferences.
You said wildcard team.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Browns are the scariest wildcard team.
Yeah, the Browns are scary.
I think that the Browns defense is just killer, man. And
Yeah, it's
I
ridiculous.
Don't think
Joe Flacco is the perfect quarterback to have in there.
and I think Joe Flacco's playing at a better. Matthew Stafford is playing very well right now, but Joe Flacco has been very good since he's been there, which is
Ever since he did that, ever since he had to Google his own highlights for his kid, he's been popping off.
Yes, the dumbest. Although I will say the dumbest take that I've heard people say. Listen, Deshaun Watson is is not a very good quarterback and an even worse person. Moving forward into the future, he is still a better option than Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is old. Joe Flacco is on his Linsanity run. I don't think he keeps this up. I don't think it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think you make that mistake and sign him. You're seeing the Seahawks should have had the balls not to re-sign Geno. And you're seeing Geno regress back to the mean a little bit this year.
Yep.
He's still been pretty good, but he hasn't been what he was last year. I imagine you'd see the same from Flacco.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very old. I agree completely.
Niners do not deserve to be Super Bowl favorites. Good news. They aren't. The Ravens have to be Super Bowl favorites now, right?
I think so.
What do you bet the Chiefs odds are at right now?
For going to the Super Bowl or winning the Super Bowl?
Winning the Super Bowl.
Plus 600.
They're plus 900 last week, or plus 850 going into last week.
Yeah, plus 600.
Should have bet him on plus 900. I didn't take my own fucking advice. So stupid. Chiefs. Damn. That doesn't make sense. But my plus 600 bet that I bet for $50 can now be cashed out at $22, which I will say feels wrong. So they're definitely worse than plus 600 still. But plus 950.
Still?
Yes, but they now are tied for the second best odds in the AFC. That's so weird all around there.
Huh.
Ravens are plus 350. Wow, the 49ers are plus 210. They are Super Bowl favorites. You know what? I'm betting the Chiefs plus 950 just so I can trade it here soon.
I'll do it here as well.
Hold on, wait. Let me find out which account I have.
I'll toss some cheddar cheese on that with you.
A little cheddar cheese. See what I've got in DraftKings. Damn, I did not have.
What bets did I win with? What did I win some crazy bet?
Well, you did have a crazy weekend for.
Oh yeah, that's right. The freaking idiotic lines. That's right. Yeah, Avery Johnson to score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus 125. That was crazy. That was free.
Man, the only question is DraftKings good at letting me cash out bets? All right, I'll put it on my FanDuel. Try again.
You on ESPN Bet, you can get Chiefs at plus 1,000.
Oh, but do they let you cash out futures?
I assume so.
That'd be my only concern is that they don't let you cash out futures. Because I absolutely think if you buy the Chiefs at plus 1,000 right now, I imagine after wild card weekend you'll be able to sell that for plus like 850. San Francisco is the betting favorite.
It says
that
you
is
can
dumb.
Cancel the $10 wager.
What was the opinion on the Rams take? The Rams take. Sorry, Chase just got in. The Browns are the scariest wild card team, but the Rams are close.
Yeah, the Browns are very scary.
Ooh, I cleared out my ESPN.
What's the next take?
Next take? Oh, Washington's up 21-14 on Texas.
Yeah, I just saw that. They just scored.
Nice. Next take.
Romo Doozy just scored. Someone said Romo Chiefsy on Twitter.
I wish, dude. I don't think he'll be there. AFC fans should really hope the Pats don't trade with the Bears for the first overall pick so Belichick can get who he wants. I think the Bears are going to take Caleb Williams.
Well, yeah, but...
AFC fans should really hope the Pats don't trade for so Belichick can get who he wants. Well, Belichick isn't going to be a coach of the Patriots next year. So.
You think he's retiring?
I think they've already it was reported they've already mutually agreed to part ways at the end of the season.
Is he going to go coach somebody else then, you think?
People are saying the Chargers.
Oh, God. That would be terrible.
Kind of fun.
They'd be really good.
I think he's washed.
I'm not ready to say that when he has janitor A and plumber B at quarterback.
That's fair.
I don't want to see him with Justin Herbert. Oh, that'd be terrible.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna happen, 100%. Oh my gosh.
But
what's next?
Do I care? Do I care about them getting the first one? I don't think the Bears are going to trade the pick. I don't think the Patriots are going to be in on it, and I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm placing my bet for the Super Bowl for the Chiefs.
Nice.
That's what's next. So I'm putting $20 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again.
$20 to $200.
Which means that I'm going to convert that later on to probably like $30. You're welcome. Stonks.
That's funny, Truman. To win the Super Bowl is for the Chiefs is plus 1,000, but to win the conference is plus 400.
Yeah. What's the Ravens' record? What's their prediction to win the conference?
The Ravens Super Bowl is plus 325. Conference is plus 140.
Plus 140.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy.
You can still get plus money on the out and out favorite.
I thought they might get a minus, but they're playing really well. But we've seen teams like this not win the conference for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's crazy low odds. Tough AFC road, absolutely.
Are the Ravens 100% locked up as their conference winner?
As
their
one
division
seed?
winner?
Yes.
Oh, so they can rest everybody.
Yeah. But I don't think you should if you're going to get a week of rest after for the first week of the playoffs.
Yeah, doing the
anyways.
double bye. I bet you they get a big
Scary.
injury then. That'd be very Ravens.
That'd be crazy. You shouldn't double rest players. Yeah. All right. Piggyback off of that, the Bears should absolutely trade down a few spots to still get Marvin Harrison Jr. and keep Fields. I don't dislike that take.
I don't dislike it.
I think I would trade it, but the issue is that I don't think you can trade it many spots down. I haven't seen how the draft board breaks down yet, but
if they're still going to have Fields, then they could trade down a little bit.
Yeah. DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is good enough, honestly.
I am not so sure, but that their line is terrible.
If you give them all elite wide receivers, I don't see why not, honestly.
But they also need an O-line revamp.
I think they've got 2 picks this year, don't they?
2 first-rounders?
I think so.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because they definitely do, because they have the Panthers first rounder, which is the first overall. And then they've got like the number 8 pick or whatever.
Yeah.
Or wherever they're at.
Yeah, so Bears definitely won that trade.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Because Bryce Young looks terrible, yeah.
Yeah, he does look bad.
Okay. There will be 5+ QBs drafted in the first 2 rounds. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not an overreaction.
I mean, so you think about it. Seattle's getting one. Las Vegas is getting one. Falcons are getting one.
New England's getting one.
New England's getting one. Browns probably also get one.
Interesting take.
Minnesota
could get one.
For first rounders. No, I don't think Minnesota gets one. Not in the first round.
They're done with Kirk. Kirk's contract's up.
There's no way they're ruthless enough to do that.
Contract's over.
That'd be wild. I guess. Do you think the Cardinals take one quarterback?
That is the number one question. That is a great question. I don't know.
Yeah,
He said there will be also Chase said there will be 5+ QBs. Oh, sorry. He'll say in today's NFL, 4th place schedules are overhyped. Any team can be much better or much worse season to season. I don't think. I think that's a fair take. But
Say it again.
He said 4th place schedules are overhyped.
What do you mean?
Like getting like the 4th place team. So you know how NFL schedules break down.
Yeah.
Where the 4th place team plays the 4th place of every other division in the conference.
Yeah.
And then they play the 4th place. Now they play the 4th place of the matching division in the other conference.
Right.
No.
I mean, we're seeing this with the Ravens with their 3rd place schedule.
Yeah. I mean, they did have to play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had to play the Bills this year.
No, yeah, we got assigned them randomly.
Yeah, and I think the only team they had to play from the East was the Dolphins.
Yeah, they've had a pretty easy schedule. I don't think it. Well, that's how teams go from worst to first, though, is because of 4th place schedules.
Yeah,
they play bad teams and they rack up wins.
Right. He also says there are enough QBs with the top 64 players. I do think there are enough QBs in the draft.
No, Ravens didn't play the Chiefs.
No, Ravens didn't play the Chiefs.
Yeah, I still don't know about the quarterback's take. By the way, I think that is an overreaction. I think we get 4. I don't think we get 5.
Interesting.
First rounders, I don't think we
fourth
get 5.
place schedule being overhyped. I don't think that's correct. I think it's worth it to play. There is enough fluctuation from year to year, but a lot of those fourth place teams that fluctuate into being good teams or playoff teams aren't fluctuating to turn into playoff contenders.
Right, they're not quite there.
They are teams that win 10 games because they're playing a different fourth place schedule, who then get rolled in the playoffs.
Right.
And I think so. That's my take on that one.
Like the Lions.
I think it's hard for a team that goes from last place in their division to first place and winning the Super Bowl.
Didn't the Lions get last place in their division last? No, the Bears still did. Right. But the Lions are playing a third place schedule, and they're about to get dumpstered in the playoffs.
Yeah, but the Bengals getting to play the fourth place schedule next year. That'll be key. That'll
Sweet.
be marquee for you.
Congrats on your top 3 conference seed, Cincinnati.
Yeah, you guys could be the 1 seed next year. Congrats, you did it. Especially when you get to play. Although you get to play the Chargers, and Justin Herbert will be back, so maybe
That's
you're
true.
right. I don't know, man. You're just saying that because you're a Bengals fan. That's what I'm saying. AFC South, regardless how many teams make it out of the division, will not see the divisional round. Absolutely.
No, definitely not.
No.
But
they're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Browns, whoever wins the division, and then the wild card teams aren't making.
Well, I wouldn't want to play either of the AFC South teams, though. I wouldn't want to play the Colts or the Texans, to be honest.
Oh, I'd love to play both those teams.
I don't know. Something scares me about them.
You're being scared of the AFC South, as a Chiefs fan should.
Yes, they're a kryptonite.
But not in the playoffs.
What's next?
Not anymore. Georgia beating FSU should not be proof that FSU didn't deserve to make it. Absolutely. Alabama lost. Texas is about to lose, or Texas is losing.
It did put a smile on my face. I don't want
to knock. Also, FSU sat a bunch of players.
Texas scored in the 20 seconds they had before half. It's 21-21.
Holy shit. Never mind. They're not losing. What do I know? Bama taking Michigan to OT proves that FSU could have competed for a spot at the Natty.
Sorry, they had a minute and a half.
I don't know, man. Bama, I will say, was really good. I think everybody...
Washington at 10 yards per play, by the way.
I know everybody's like, oh, Bama didn't deserve to be in over Florida State. I'm not sure Texas deserved to be in. And I think everybody got caught up talking about the fourth place team. Then nobody talked about how Texas didn't really deserve to be in there either.
I still think
Texas deserved to probably be number 4. They just didn't deserve to be 3,
Right.
Both those teams weren't better than Florida State. One of them maybe. But the fact that you put both of those teams in front of Florida State, I think is a crime.
Listen, I understand, but I think Florida State would have gotten rolled even with their starters.
The fourth place schedule is Panthers, Titans, and Pats. Yeah, all those teams are going to be fucking awful next year. That is an awesome time to be
I'm still
last place.
honk shoeing on the Panthers.
Yeah, into next year, whoever's their coach is. Unless it's John Harbaugh, then I'll be a little worried.
What's next?
Or Jim Harbaugh? Which one's
Jim
Michigan?
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh is at Ravens.
Okay. If it's John Harbaugh also, I'd be worried. Bama, Buccaneers are the most disguised frauds that has been seen this season. The Bucks, somebody had this take earlier in the season. They said if you beat the Bucks are like the perfect watermark on whether or not you're a good team.
Yeah.
If somebody beats the Bucks, they are a good team. If somebody loses to the Bucks, they're a bad team. The Bucks are what an average team in the NFL is.
Yep. They're very strictly average.
So are they frauds? No, because I don't think anybody thinks they're contenders.
Right.
You can only really be a fraud if people think you're contenders.
Right.
The Chiefs could be frauds because people think they could win the Super Bowl. The Ravens could be frauds because people think they
Chiefs
win.
can't be frauds because they're my team.
Yeah, right. The Cowboys are frauds because people thought they could win the Super Bowl. They've proven they can't. The Niners, same thing. Eagles.
I reserve the right to not call my own team frauds.
The Eagles are a perfect example of somebody being frauds.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if they lost their first wild card match?
Would be funny. Dan Campbell will probably kill somebody if what happened to them against the Cowboys happens in the playoffs. Yeah, I think
holy shit,
Dan
that was
Campbell
terrible.
would kill somebody by
the way,
death to eating kneecaps. Death by eating.
That crew, by the way, same one that botched the
MVS.
Yes, the MVS DPI call.
And there was another.
They've had game. 3 late game terrible calls.
They were awful against that. That entire Packers fourth quarter was awful. Chiefs. Some calls went for the Chiefs, and it was still awful. Like we talked about after that game, you shouldn't cheer for makeup calls. You should cheer for correct calls, and that game inspired that talk.
Right.
So, the Eagles and the Cowboys are borderline frauds at this point. They're
Yes.
absolutely frauds.
The NFC is wide open.
Chiefs fans should prep for the playoffs thinking they're playing with house money so they won't be hurt when a super unclutch play happens, causing the Chiefs to be eliminated.
That's the only thing, though, is the Chiefs don't make any mistakes. They can win the Super Bowl. But this team has shown that it is not that they are allergic to not making mistakes.
Yes.
So we'll see. Can Patrick Mahomes overcome the shortcomings of the entire team? Stay tuned on Dragon Ball Z.
It's funny. You say the Chiefs are playing with house money. The thing is, it is the expectation for the Chiefs to make the playoffs. If the Chiefs get to the conference game, I would almost call that. If the Chiefs get to the conference championship game, I would almost call that house money.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of us expect or are like, oh, we're getting there. Or if we got to the Super Bowl, if he loses this Super Bowl, you're like, I can't believe we are even here.
We might not even get to the divisional.
We're getting to the divisional. We're not losing the wild card round.
What if we play the Bills in the wild card round?
We're not playing the Bills.
We could lose to Miami.
No, we're not losing to Miami.
We'll see, man. I'm worried. We lost to the Raiders. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. I think this team is turning it on, especially if you bring back Frank Clark.
Especially if we get to have a rest game, to be honest.
Yes, the rest game is huge. The Chiefs would still essentially get a bye week. Very interesting. All right. That's it for overreactions. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate Adam and Chase for sending them in. And, listen, I don't feel bad that we didn't get as many overreactions. We simply didn't put it out early enough. And I do appreciate anybody who's helped otherwise. If Bills win, they pass Miami. Right, exactly. Thanks for keeping me honest. No, of course, Chase. I think the Bills are going to beat Miami. And if the Bills lose to Miami, there's a good chance we still don't play the Bills because it shakes out weird with Indianapolis and Pittsburgh and stuff. So that's all you need to know there. Oh my God. It went huge. Sorry. Okay. All right. NFC South team of the week. Got to give it to the Saints. Keeping their playoff hopes alive. Keeping the Atlanta Falcons playoff hopes alive. Shout out to the Saints being a team player. Keeping the Bucks from locking up the division.
Yep. Go with the Saints.
You can still pick 3 teams. This is what we're changing this to. You can still pick 3 teams from the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl from each conference. Who are your 3 teams?
I'm still going Chiefs, Ravens, Bills. And then I'm going Niners, Cowboys, Lions.
I think Chiefs, Ravens, Bills is the correct answer. I was going to try to fit in the Browns instead of the Bills, but I don't think I can.
I can't choose.
I don't have the
I can't choose Philadelphia.
And I don't think I can pick the Bills to lose to any team in the NFC. I was going to say if the Bills got the Super Bowl, I think they'd lose to the team in the NFC. I don't think they would. I think they could beat anybody over there. They might struggle against the Niners.
If the Niners make it.
I don't know, man. The Niners didn't look very good. The Niners, to the Super Bowl, I don't think the Niners are making it to the Super Bowl. Although I don't know who they lose to.
That's the thing. Is that
the NFC is wide open because it's funny because it looked like there was 4 teams that were better than anybody in the AFC. Like 5 weeks ago, you're like, damn, the NFC is certainly winning the Super Bowl this year. And now you look at it, you're like, well, I don't know if the NFC has a shot against them.
Yeah, this is
because the Ravens look awesome.
This is the least competitive playoff we've seen in a while.
Or maybe it's the most competitive because there's
it's the most wide open for sure.
It's the most parity that we've seen in the playoffs in a long time.
Normally, all of the teams that make the playoffs are good. This season, a lot of them are bad.
And the established good team in the AFC is a known playoff choker.
Yes.
So it's very funny. You picked, you said that's why Niners are Super Bowl faves. I guess that's fair. Yeah, I mean,
I just can't, dude.
This is the epitome of getting hot at the right time. Yeah, the Ravens are super hot at the right time. They are flaming hot at the right time. But I almost think they've peaked too early.
I should have drafted Flowers. Should have held his hand.
Yeah. I did draft Flowers. It was a good pick.
You did.
How many yards did he end up with for the year?
I don't know.
I think you're going to be shocked how similar they are to Rashee Rice.
Yes, Rashee Rice is having a great season, but he's not going to win because his team's.
Oh, like offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, and how many yards do you think Zay Flowers has?
785.
For the record, Rashee Rice, for reference, has 937.
Yeah.
How many do you think Zay Flowers has?
That's like 785.
858.
Mm.
I am shocked that because of how many people are hyping up Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is 80 yards less than Rashee Rice.
Well, is there going to be a rookie quarterback?
I wish it was a dynasty league that I had Zay Flowers in. That'd be awesome.
Is there a rookie quarterback and running back that's going to win O'Roy?
CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
CJ Stroud's going to win it. But it's interesting.
He's
Rashee
been
Rice
hurt.
could get a vote.
He's been hurt, so.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me look at FanDuel real quick. See what they've got odds on for Rookie of the Year.
What about Puka Nacua? I believe he's a.
Oh, Puka is a great. Yeah, I think you're right.
Flacco's going to get C-Point.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's crazy. So it is CJ Stroud's at minus 850. Then it's Puka. Then it's Sam Laporta.
He's been good too.
And then Zay Flowers, Devon A-Chain, and A-Chain? A-Chain.
I have no idea.
A-Chain. And Rashee Rice are all tied.
Okay.
Rashee Rice could and should get a vote.
Didn't
Flacco or Hamlin for comeback player of the year? I know we've talked about this.
Didn't DeMar win it last year?
No, DeMar did not win it last year.
They're going to have to give it to him, even if he's not a good player.
He died and came back. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
My pick as coach of the year is whoever wins between Colts and Texans. No. Pick for coach of the year is Kevin Stefanski. Going to go 12-5 with that Browns team that lost their starting quarterback.
Twice.
Yeah, right. They're on their fourth string quarterback and they're going to win 12 games. It's absolutely Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah, we all thought it was Ryan's, but then the Texans lost too many games. So,
yeah, comeback player of the year. DeMar Hamlin's at minus 145 and Flacco's at plus 105. That is
I think
about as close
I
as
think you have to give it to
point.
Hamlin just because he literally died and is now playing again.
No betting on coach of the year. Very interesting.
Homer Chase.
Oh no, there it is. Stefanski's minus 950.
Homer Chase said, "Hey, don't say we losing yet."
Are they playing the Browns last week?
They're playing him the last week of the year.
You might not lose because the Browns might be rested. The Browns are locked into the 5 seed no matter what. So
yeah, they're probably resting players.
they're probably resting players also. You guys could win because they're playing backups.
What's next?
Oh, week 17 picks. Owen.
Ooh.
I told you I needed a miracle to close the gap.
How bad did I do last week?
Owen, this week, you went 7-9.
Damn, that was a bad week for me.
The guest went 8.5 or like 8, 7, and 1. The group went 9 and 7. Your boy, me, went 12 and 4.
Jeez.
Which means for the season, Owen is at 140. Sorry, the group is at 150 and 103. Pretty good.
Wow. 66%.
That math just doesn't work out. We're going to have to definitely do a double check on these. Owen, the guest is at 147 and 106. I am at 148 and 108. Sorry. What? God, that math still doesn't work out. Hold on. Something's wrong. Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I did this. Okay, sorry, those losses were not correct. Hold on. What? Oh.
Truman's live figuring this out, by the way.
Sorry, I didn't.
He's just typing away at Excel.
I'm writing
Not
scripts.
on the YouTube screen, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see that. Okay, sorry. I am at 148 and 112. You are at 149 and 111. The guest is at 147 and 113. And as a group, we're at 150 and 110. So the group consensus
Wow.
is winning out right now.
We're smart as fuck. And remember, this is preseason. We're picking all these games.
Yeah.
We should just bet our picks.
Yeah, if we bet our picks on money line, I wonder how we would do.
66%.
Yeah, but
a lot of the money lines,
are minus 350. But you would assume some of those money lines that you're winning are plus Or plus 110, plus 200.
Could be plus 400 or 500.
Right. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Because wow, interesting. If Bengals win, it's the first. If Bengals win this next week, it's the first division to have all winning teams in like half a century.
That is fun.
That sounds accurate.
So Owen, I've got a shot to catch you in the last week of the season, which is essentially what you did to me last year.
That is true.
5-team parlay of the week.
Let's cook. This year we will. I mean,
last week's parlay went 3-2.
Yeah.
By the way,
fucking.
You had the Falcons. No, sorry. You had the Bucks over the Saints, which I would agree on.
Yep.
You had
Chargers over Broncos.
Chargers over Broncos. I can't believe I let you do that. I can't believe I didn't talk you out of it.
It's fucking Jarrett Stidham, man. I can't believe that.
I think I keep thinking back on that and go, okay, I guess that's why I didn't talk you out of it. All right. Last week of the season.
Okay. So, it's backups out here. It's backup game. This is going to be a difficult week of betting.
Oh, I got a sneaky one for you.
Chiefs?
I want to start off hot.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Ravens over Steelers. Ravens are plus 166, and I don't think they do the double bye week. Unless they've already said they're doing the double bye week.
I'll stick with you there. I'll go Ravens. Then I'm going to go Falcons to really fuck up the NFC South. And they might sneak into the playoffs. I think that would be really funny if they did it.
If Falcons win?
Yeah, that would guarantee that a team with a losing record makes the playoff.
Okay, you're going Falcons over Saints.
Yep.
All right. Ravens over Steelers.
Give me Jets over Patriots because the Patriots are horrid.
Jets over Pats. I like it.
Give me
Belichick loses his Patriots finale.
Yep.
Just like Brady on the pick six.
Oh, you're right. That'd be fun. Give me Packers over Bears.
Okay.
So what do we got so far? We got Ravens, Falcons, Jets, Packers. And then give me Bills over Dolphins, peeking at the right time.
Sorry, what did you say? What was the last one?
Bills over Dolphins.
Okay. This is a spicy parlay this week. Holy
it's a good one.
This is a big payout. Ravens over Steelers. Falcons over Saints. Jets over Pats. Packers over Bears. And Bills over the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. It's a difficult one. I don't think this one's going to pass just because of all the sitting's going to happen.
$10 wins you $383.60. I'm using my $5 bet on it. My free $5 bet on it.
Nice, good call.
I said $5 free bet. Nice job. All right, there you go.
Cool.
All right, top 5 New Year's resolutions. Owen, I don't even want like top 5 like that people pick. I want top 5 for you. I want 5 things you want to improve on this year.
I think I want to drink less. I drink quite a bit.
I'm thinking about doing a sober January. I think
that's not a terrible idea at all.
Tina's doing one. I want to get addicted to pickleball. Dude, you should come to Kansas City. Move to Kansas City, Chase. Coward. Join me in sobriety. You don't drink, Chase? Good for you.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, so I want to do some less drinking.
Although I do have a big conference where a lot of people drink, so I might drink there, but I might do sober January in Kansas City. When I'm in Kansas City, I'll be sober.
I want to improve myself on the podcast itself as a whole. I think I can be better. I'm going to number one's you all obviously number one.
Sure.
Number 3.
Oh, so what was sorry, I didn't know you were going. Number 5 was what?
Less drinking. Number 4, be a better podcaster overall. Number 3, I want to be cleaner. Like I want to have my living spaces be cleaner.
Oh,
I want to just be in my car be like, just like literally cleaner. How about be less humble like Nick Wright? I could take it over the top. That could be fun. Then number 2, I want to eat better, and number 1, I want to work out more.
Work out more. Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I said that last year, but
everybody says
we can go. We can do it. This time, I actually need to start working out. I'm getting fucking fat. So,
all right. So
Number 5, drink less. Number 4, be a better podcaster. Number 3, be cleaner overall. And by the way, I need to clarify that, is that my personal hygiene is fine, but I just want my room and my car to be cleaner. Number 2, eat better. And number 1, work out more.
Okay. Good. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Sorry. I'm finishing my last.
Maybe if I watch two fat guys in a dream, I'd be fit.
Ayo.
Maybe I should.
We took a holiday break, but we're getting back on it probably this week.
There you go.
Hold on.
Hey, Truman, you want to know what Washington's mascot is?
Commander Tuddy.
Big dog.
Oh, Huskies. It's funny. All right, I'm ready. Number 5, be more organized. I just need to. I get it, and it's really like I do all right, and then we get to football season, and I'm flying by seeing my pants.
Fair enough.
Because I'm losing like 1 to 2 days a week because we're watching, and it's like maybe watching less football.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's not the answer, but maybe it's not watching as much football outside the Chiefs. So number 5, be more organized. Just so when we get to football season, I'm in a better spot. Number 4, wear better clothes. Trying to get a little more stylish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do what you're saying, actually.
Trying to just get better fitting clothes. Be one of those things. Number 3, lose weight. Always trying to lose a little weight. I think it's going to be, I'm going to really focus in on my diet again and just get back into it. I slipped up towards these holidays because it was a lot of moving around, but now no excuses. So
Good. I love it.
congrats about winning the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Thanks,
Thank
Chase.
you. It didn't even feel like a bowl game.
Yeah. Number 2, save money / make more money.
Ooh, I love
I
it.
want to do both of those things
Doable.
because I have big plans for 2024,
Me too.
and it helps to save money and make more money.
Yep, me too, buddy.
Which will also help making money on YouTube. So if you guys want to like and subscribe, we're gonna, and I guess that is a other goal is just to grow more
Of course.
for the podcast. I know you said be a better podcaster, but it's like we just need to. I think it's also clipping more stuff, getting more stuff out on socials.
Yep.
It's been great. I think Overreactions, interacting with everybody, I think has been awesome all year.
Yeah.
I think it's been really great. So I know I talked about maybe taking a break this year, like taking like a month off from the podcast at some point. I don't know if we'll do that,
Sure, we'll
but
see.
maybe we actually make plans for what our content looks like in March instead of just trying to find a topic to talk about for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
My hot take review gonna save the show.
True.
Oh, dude.
True.
Listen, that gets 100,000 views, Chase. You gotta be a permanent host. Number 1. Get engaged. There you go. Number 1 New Year's resolution.
Whoa.
Getting that done this year. I think.
Okay.
That's the hope. As long as I could save more money and make more money. Right. That's the question.
Hey,
That's
you wanna
always
know
been the question for me and Tito.
sneaky little hint for you, Truman, to
Yeah.
help save money is literally just contribute more to whatever your company's 401k is.
Well, that doesn't help me save money. Too.
Yeah, but it makes it.
I'm trying to save money so I can spend that money.
Sure, but it makes you auto save money.
Yes, that is true. But also my 401k now is kind of weird with how it dumps. It's a little different of a dumping scheme.
Interesting.
Because it's sales now. Save money by not betting Owen's parlays.
Hey, to be fair, you're up on my parlays for the whole entire year.
That's true.
No matter what.
We hit like a plus 260 at the beginning of the year, or plus 2,600. And so nope, sorry, buddy. We won
You're up for
$200, and that's paid for all the parlays.
You're up on the entire year by betting my parlays.
Yep. Fair. That's funny.
Wait, are you?
Yeah. I think it was over plus like 16.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, you are.
You had,
So
to be,
at
you,
worst-
you had to be plus 17 or plus 1,800. I think it was like
Yeah.
plus
22.63, I think.
yeah or something like that.
It
Yeah.
was a lot.
Yeah, it was over $100 on my $5 bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, plus 2,600 would cover 6 weeks exactly.
There you go.
So
Almost all the way through, guaranteed through next year, by the way.
but for people, it's funny because people will make fun of me, or people are. I'm definitely at that point in my relationship where people are just give me a hard time that we're not engaged yet. It's like, and Tina will always be like, "I'm sorry," like she's like, because Tina will egg him on a little bit, which is funny. I don't care.
Sure.
Because Tina's always like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I hope this doesn't upset you." I'm like, no. None of this upsets me because we're not engaged because I don't want to be engaged. It's just because we're
Not because I don't want
trying to save up money.
Exactly.
To be engaged. So
not because
what I'm saying is subscribe to the podcast.
Exactly.
Subscribe to the
If you
Patreon.
want Truman to have a bigger rock on Tina's finger, you should subscribe to the Patreon.
There you go.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Go on Twitter. Hit like. Hit retweet.
Follow.
Repost. Follow.
Save Truman's relationship.
Tina, if you're listening to this episode, if you want your rock to be better, hit up the Patreon.
If Tina's listening to this episode, she's getting a $10,000 ring. Tiffany, or no, sorry.
Only if.
Tina, say the phrase "choo choo spaghetti pie" to me. You get $10,000. $10,000 ring because I know you listened to the episode.
Genius. Do you remember the phrase that you just said?
Choo choo spaghetti pie.
There you go. What is Home Run Chase's grading scale before we get out of here?
Oh man, no, I didn't share my grading scale. It was basically like I think Chase, I will say, has almost a very ambitious outlook for the hot take special.
Interesting.
So in hot take specials in the past, we've done it where he did save it on Snap. All right, I'll read it. We've done it where we only graded what the hot takes were that week that we had,
Right.
where we did the tier list. I think Chase wants to grade all of the hot takes.
Oh man, that would take a long time.
That would take a long time.
We have to try to lightning round it.
Hold on. Scoring system for takes. I guess it's for himself
Oh sure.
because I think he saved his takes every time he sent them. He said for himself, each will be out of 5 stars and will be graded on timing, severity, uniqueness, unforeseen circumstances affecting the take, and how you and Owen reacted to the take.
Ooh.
I saved on Snap. I'm prepared. It's only 10 total. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, so maybe just hits.
Interesting. We could do it.
I think that's fair. I think that's
As a bonus
I think you've
episode,
earned
a
that.
Patreon only episode.
yeah for the 5.
Gotcha, Chase.
I would
Subscribe.
do that to people to only have 5 people watch it. Top 5 best, top 5 worst, weaved in together. Oh! Your top 10 and your top 10. Interesting. Okay. You do that.
I like it. We'll see if we can cook it up.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for liking 5th worst, then 5th best, then 4th worst, then yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
it.
And the worst take of this year, the Bengals were going to beat the Chiefs.
Hey, yo.
Actually, it still wasn't the worst take. They had a chance.
We appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Appreciate you for liking and subscribing. If you're on YouTube, liking and rating.
Yep.
If you're on Spotify, following. If you're on Spotify, following us on Twitter, at Steam Machine, at Owen Gosh Dominant, at Disaster Open on Twitter. We need to post more from the show stuff. Getting better at Twitter for the show. Getting better on other platforms will be my goal. Getting my voice back will be my goal for next year.
Me too.
That'll be mine. Oh, I need to turn this up, sorry. All right. That being said, I'm going to go watch the college football playoff. I think Owen's going to go watch the college football playoff. Thank you for being here on Dahm, That's True. Thank you for hanging out with us next week. This week, next week, last week, in the future. We will see you guys to talk Chiefs playoffs.
Yeah,
week.
wow.
Holy shit. This football season's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. Thank you guys for being here for the whole football season. The last episode of the regular season. Really appreciate you. See you guys. It's funny that the gritty glasses kind of look like the New Year's glasses now.
A little bit.
See you guys.